are Stugotz's weekend observations.
It is time for Stugotz to share his game notes. No one in the media will tell you what happened better than my boy Stu.
Did you get the Brady hunch? You understand what we were doing there, right?
No, explain.
And why we call it the Brady hunch?
No, explain to me the layer.
There was a show back in the 70s, 80s called The Brady Bunch. Perhaps you're familiar with it. Mike Brady, Pete Brady, Greg Brady, the Brady Bunch, right?
Yeah.
We call this the Brady hunch. Bobby Brady, Cindy Brady, Jan,
Alice,
Marsha, and Sam the Butcher.
Torrid affair with Alice.
Whoa! Spoiler alert. Weekend observations brought to you by Vivid Seats. Download the Vivid Seats app and enter promo code ESPN25 at checkout to get 10% off your next order. Don't buy just any seat. Get a Vivid seat. Dan, after announcing that he will skip the Players' Championship, it is safe to say Tiger's bad back is back. Dan, I tried, and I simply cannot stop touching my face. I just can't do it.
I know.
Can you?
It's very hard. It's very hard to do.
Can you come up with another way? I mean, I can't stop touching it. And the more I think about not touching it, the more I touch it. That's the problem. For whatever reason, this March doesn't feel as mad as previous Marches. Aaron Rodgers said he's unsure if players are actually looking at the CBA. Aaron, let me remove any doubt. They are not. Sensitive, quirky, conniving, and can't win titles on their own. Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant are a match made in heaven. Dan, the reason me and Mike get excited over every transaction is Avery Bradley. See what he did yesterday?
He had a nice game.
He's big. The third guy, third option.
Contributor.
Yep, big contributor. Saravino. Did I get that right? Out for the season. Judge, out indefinitely. Stanton gets hurt anytime the wind blows. Dan, you know what the Yankees continue to be?
A mash unit.
They continue to be a mash unit, Dan. Well done. I think at this point, it's safe to say the jury is still out on Judge. What? 3 of them. Excessive. If the Knicks are smart, Kenny Atkinson will become their next head coach by the end of the day. Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant getting Kenny Atkinson fired. Dan, you most certainly know what that means.
Coach killers?
It means the inmates are running the asylum. Utah State stunned San Diego State over the weekend to win the Mountain West Conference. Dan, you know what that means?
I don't know what that means.
Really, Dan? Slow weekend for you. It means that Utah State punched the ticket.
To the dance.
Yes, Dan, to the dance. The big dance. Yeah, they're going dancing, Dan. Yeah. But this March, not as mad as previous Marches. Doesn't feel as angry, does it?
I mean, that game was a buzzer beater. That was a stunner. What more do you want?
San Diego State, not to be, beating them, not being a stunner.
Now, and Davidson, you don't like that Davidson's good. Stugotz needs the big programs to be
Dayton,
good.
the Flyers are going to be a 1 seed.
I'm sorry, I meant Dayton. I said Davidson.
Right, that's all right, fine. I have an announcement. I've been doing a lot of thinking about this Kyrie Irving character. His teams are never good when he's the number one guy. Teams actually seem to get better when he leaves them. Yeah, he hit one of the biggest shots in NBA Finals history, but was only in that position because of LeBron James. Kyrie Irving, in my personal record book, you did hit one of the biggest shots in NBA Finals history. That won everyone on that team a ring except for you.
Wow.
How about that?
Wow.
Yes, a little revision to the Stugotz personal record book that maybe someday I'll come around to writing. Or Mike will. Coach K said the story of his own Justin Robinson was a better story than Rudy. Robinson started against Carolina, had 13 points, 4 threes, 4 blocks. It wasn't the first time he played. It wasn't even the first time he started a game. He's the son of NBA great David Robinson, and he's not white. Coach K clearly hasn't seen Rudy, the Admiral. Coach K saying that Justin Robinson's story was better than Rudy. No, just no. In fact, you can't spell no without the K. Mark Jackson on Chris Paul. Great leader, great winner, great competitor. Mark, 3 questions. What has he ever led? What has he ever won? And the only time his team needed him to compete, he did it.
That's not a question.
I guess that was 2 questions and a fact. LeBron James, do it in the postseason. A player on the 4-0 Houston Roughnecks wrote on a dry erase board, 4-0, who's next? Player, take a guess, and you have a 1-in-7 shot of being right. Wildcats, Vipers, Classic, Sunday night shootout in the XFL. Other commissioners, take notes from Oliver Luck and drink beers with your fans. Adam Schefter said if you're an NFL fan, buckle up for the next 2 weeks. Adam, consider me buckled. Nice to see Charlie Weiss finally has a new job as Tom Brady's mouthpiece. Not as good as his old job, where he was paid just under $19 million by Notre Dame to not do his job. But it was a job, nonetheless. Not touching your face is harder than quitting cigarettes. This is not your father.
Put it on the poll, Guillermo. Put it on at LeBatard Show. Is not touching your face
I just touched it again.
tougher than quitting cigarettes?
This is not your father's March Madness. Better than the Rudy story, Coach K. More like Coach K? It's with a Q.
Oh, that was a little Spanish. Eh?
Okay. Can it be March Madness when beating San Diego State is considered a huge upset? Coach K, executive producer of a movie called Justin, Collision Course. Better than the Rudy story. Dan, you know what the K in Coach K stands for?
No.
Crazy. Lakers and Clippers did not have the feeling of a regular season game. You know what it had, Dan?
Playoff field.
Yeah, Dan. Haven't checked. How's small ball working out for the Rockets? It's going well.
Not well.
Tom Brady tweeted out, no one knows anything. Tom was obviously as outraged as I was about the Coach K remarks regarding Rudy. Flyers, Flames, Lord Stanley, Collision Course. In 2018, the Jets signed cornerback Tremaine Johnson to a 5-year, $72.5 million deal. Today, they cut him. Hell of a contract. Speaking of hell, Art Briles. Dan, those are the weekend observations. 72 and a half.
Pay that man his money.
Cut him today.